What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is for entertainment purposes only. We had some movement today. Some good movement, finally. Yeah, you can see from the thumbnail. That's exactly what I saw when I opened my phone. I was like, whoa! Things are looking good. And then once I looked at the charts to see exactly what happened to make my phone look good, I saw something I was not expecting. So look at this. So I was expecting to catch hell, like right around this area. You know, I was expecting a bounce from this trend line. You know, come down, hit this trend line, and possibly start heading back up. And maybe we'd get a higher low first before we got a swing break to the downside. But that's not what happened. We actually broke. So we busted through this this trend line, and it looks like we're coming back up for the retest now. But do I think it's going to stop here at this trend line? I don't. I do not. I do not think this is going to go lower from here. But the market's done a lot of strange things, so this position is staying. Yeah, it was at 800 and something. It was at like 830 at one point today, but I didn't take it because I'm trying to remember my place, and I'm trying to remember what am I really trading. I'm not looking for this little move that happened today. I'm looking for, on the weekly chart, I'm looking for this move here on the weekly chart. Not the daily, not the 4 hour. I'm looking for this, at least. And there's so many things in our favor right now. It's not even funny. Let's go over those things. So, I mean, we have so much right here. So let's start at the monthly. And if you saw this in the last video, apologize for repeating myself, but this is big stuff, right? We have a double top on the monthly chart. We had this huge move down that did structure damage on the monthly chart. We took out lows. You know, Lux Algo is telling us a strong sell from here. This is all still in the red. We had this straight move down. And it hasn't been coming straight back up. It's been coming back up correctively. And this is the same thing you see on lower time frames, where you get a move, then you get a corrective move back up, and then a move in the same direction as the first move. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Monthly wise, we're coming up into a gnarly area of resistance. So that's one good thing. But then if we hop down to the weekly chart, you see that we have this corrective pattern up, which this is a bear flag, so that's bearish. And on top of that, we're at the top of the trend line right now, which no matter where we are in this pattern, we want to sell from the top of that trend line, regardless if it's not done yet. If it wants to go and continue this up, we still want to sell from here and go down. Even if it's coming back up, then we sell there again and go down, which I don't think that's the case here. I think we're more than likely we're coming down like that. That's what I'm hoping for. But that's a little bit too far ahead. So for now, we're just looking for this, and then we'll see. But on top of all of that, we have a 382 pin bar reversal candle on the weekly. I mean, see all these things? It's like stacking up. Then on top of that, we have this 1, 2, 3 triple top And you can see the wicks from here, here, and here. They're not big, but then price finally pushed. It tried, like, this is an impulsive move up, and it kind of hit into this area, and like big wick, and it was enough to trigger enough sells to throw this thing down. And we took out swing lows, not by a little bit. See, that's the thing. Like, here's the swing lows. It's not like we just took them out, you know, and then start hitting back up. I mean, we took them out by a lot. I mean, we did structure damage here, and you notice it came right down to this even number, 1.29000 on the dot, and started heading back up. Crazy. But yeah, we've got structure damage here. So this is a good sign regardless. So this guy's gonna stay. This one's staying. But this position here that was right here, I was able to get out of it. I made 60 cents. Yay. But it freed that money up. It freed that money up. And now, you know, I'm thinking that more than likely that we're going to come back up into this triple top that we already had, and then we're going to go lower from there. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I threw this other position that was down here, I threw it back up here, right at the triple top, and that's kind of what I'm looking for there. But if it decides that it rejects here and wants to go lower, well, then it goes lower, and this position stays. And if it does go lower, we will try to scale in at a later date. It is what it is. I got out. I'm out, and we're gonna see what happens. And actually, if we go over to the U.S. dollar, the U.S. dollar on the 4-hour chart looks like we've got a head and shoulders pattern setting up. We've got shoulder, we've got swing, we've got head, we've got swing. And here's the thing, this is what kind of screws me up on head and shoulders patterns sometimes, because sometimes it'll come down and it will just barely take out the previous swing low, and I'm like, yep, it took out the swing low, it's head and shoulders. And then price flies back up and takes out the high and keeps going higher. But that's not what happened this time. This time, I mean, it's clear as day. That's structured damage right there. I mean, it's clear we took out that low here. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. So Euro USD, I was also able to get out of this position. I set a take profit just above, or just above my order. It was like, I don't know, a couple bucks. Yeah, I could have held longer. It is what it is. You know, I kind of stopped kicking myself in the ass for that, because, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can't worry about that kind of stuff. But regardless, I was able to free up that money as well, and also not take a loss, or more of a loss, because I did actually take a little bit of a loss on this coming down. But yeah, look at this. It pushed up. Yeah, we actually took out this high and this high, like two highs we took out. There's some structure damage. That looks good, man. So I'm thinking potentially we will get a retracement back down into this area for further upside. So I'm considering as soon as this spread calms down. Yep, and this is already closed now. That candle just closed. So as soon as this spread calms down and it's not so high, I'm considering getting in short on the euro. And maybe I will just throw in a higher high stop loss, just in case, because I fear that, you know, the move up is going to be big, fast, and just maybe it won't be, but you know, this thing very well could just shoot up from here. But I'm thinking to help soften the blow on USD CAD, because USD CAD's going to be going up. You know, if I short this down to like here and then take profit, and then it will come down and fill my long order, and then we can start heading up, and then I'll be able to make some money on the retracement, you know, as USD CAD starts heading back up, which I think it will. But there's always that chance that this could, you know, hit this and go lower. So if that's the case, then I'll take a small loss on this. You know, but if it doesn't, and it does what I think it's going to do, then I'll be able to soften the blow a little bit. And then we can continue in the direction that we were headed. Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is the same thing as the DXY. We've got shoulder, swing, head, swing. Probably shoulder, down. Yeah, look at the candle action on the weekly. These are looking good, and candle action on the monthly. These are looking really good. So I think I'm gonna have a position sitting right there, for further downside. Stop loss above this high. It seems like they always freaking come up and break that swing high though. Like eerie with these head and shoulders patterns, because not many of these head and shoulders patterns have played out well for me. But I also didn't have 1,000 confluences. That's the thing. Like, we have monthly candle confluence, we have weekly candle confluence, and then we go to the 4 hour and we have the head and shoulders pattern. So, I mean, we have multiple reasons here. And a lot of the other times I was just like, oh, it's a head and shoulders pattern, and I would trade it, and then I would take a loss. So these look worth the risk, though, anyway. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that right now. We're gonna sell. Stop loss. And there's an even number, so we're gonna go a little bit above it, just in case. Aiming to the downside. I'm gonna leave that, and then euro, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until the spread calms down, and I'm thinking about, depends, possibly a small short order. Short it down to like somewhere in here and get out. And then be looking to get long and go long here. Stop loss below the low. And actually, I want to be below a round number as well. Which we will be. Actually, it's right here. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine here. Modify. I think we're good. NZD CAD. Let's see what's going on here. Not. Yeah, still not looking good, huh? What do we have? Ooh, what do we have here? We've got a 382. We have a 382 pin bar in the weekly. Price is retracing. There's buyers there. Looks like. This might be a bit too low. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait on this. I'm gonna wait on NZD CAD. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna try to keep my focus on USD CAD mostly, but Euro USD and USD Swiss franc. Yeah, these are like the 4 pairs to me: USD Swiss franc, USD CAD, Euro USD, and NZD CAD. We're sticking with the long-term trend. We're gonna get in line with it, and hopefully things start to reverse. This could be good. This could be really good. And I have a rifle that I want, but it's like $1,800. An M1A Scout rifle, 308, $1,800. There's a gun store that has it, but I would love to be able to make enough money on Forex to go buy something. Make enough money doing this to go buy something. That would be crazy. That would be awesome. So that's the goal. We're just going to be calm. We're going to be patient. And sometimes I notice that I'm my own worst enemy by, closing out of positions and trying to get back in positions. That's why this position up here, I want to leave it. I don't want to touch it because I don't know exactly what the market's going to do. It's very difficult to call sometimes. You think you know what it's going to do, but there's so many different things that it could do. It could retrace and reject from there. It could come up to the triple top and reject from there. Or it could come up and break this swing high and then reject from there. Who knows? You know what I mean? But regardless, bigger picture-wise, this looks good to the downside. So I don't want to get excited. I just want to kind of leave things, be calm, and just see how these things play out for once. So yeah, that's my plan anyway. We'll see what happens. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. See you later. So this old bird wants to take our rights away. And just took a steaming dump on my desk. But we won't stand for it, will we, Nancy? No, no, no. Bad Nancy.